Hey everyone, so this is the Suorin drop. It's a fairly new device around. It has a popular little brother, I would say. It's a little bit cheaper. The Suorin Air. It's like a rectangle device you suck on the corner. That's a pretty good device, but I think this one's a little bit better. It's symmetrical. I like the look of it. I think this one looks a little bit better. It's nicer to hit because you don't have to suck on the corner. You don't have to figure out which corner it's on. You automatically know it's color coded, and it's like you can tell exactly where the top is. Right off the bat, when you pick this thing up, the feel of it is it feels so good. It really does. It's got this nice matte finish. It doesn't get fingerprints really easily, so it doesn't really get dirty either. I mean, you can see a little bit of smudge, but that it goes away. It weighs about I'd say it weighs a lot more than a fix or a jewel. I can tell you that. It's heavier. It feels good though. You can hear it when I drop it. It's heavy. It's metal. This is like a metal body. It feels solid. It feels like it's gonna last. The pod on this thing, it's a refillable pod, not like a jewelry fix. You don't have to buy the pods. Obviously, this coil will burn eventually, but it's not like you empty the pod and then you gotta buy a new one. When you fill these things, you fill them with, I'm assuming most people will fill it with some pretty high Nick juice. I'm using 45 Nick. These bottles right here are $20. So just to give you an idea, this is $20, 30 mils, 2 milliliter tank on this thing. That'll refill this thing like 15 times. So 15 refills for $20 compared to 4 pods for $20 that aren't as big as this. So this is a bigger pod. And so yeah, this thing is obviously going to be a lot cheaper than a jewel or a fix. The device itself is around 35, 45, sometimes $50. You can get deals on these things. You can sometimes they're on, they got a discount going on, but most of the time they're gonna be around $50, 45, $50. It's got a USB charger on the bottom, which is like a huge pro, so you don't have to worry about using or losing those fixed or jewel chargers. You lose one of those, you gotta buy a new one. Everyone's got USB chargers, and it comes with one in the box, so that's awesome. And just overall, just look at this thing. It looks clean, it looks new, it looks fresh. It's not something that everybody has, and it has a very similar idea to it. Not everyone's got one of these. Let's flip the camera and let's see how it rips. All right, so right away when you rip it, it's got a strong throat hit. Stronger than a jewel or a fix, I would say. It hits you good. And but it's got the same buzz. It's 50 Nick. If you're using it, you're gonna get buzz real quick. This thing has like a 13-second cutoff, 12, 13-second cutoff, I think. Yeah, I don't know if anyone's gonna be ripping it that long, but that's pretty ridiculous. Also, it fits really good in your hand. It's not like the what's it called, the Air. It's like a box. This is it's curved. It fits in your palm. You can't really tell, if you weren't trying to be low key about it. You know what I mean? You can zero that stuff. You can't really tell that you're doing it. Like I'd say, you could definitely do this in places where you don't want to be seen vaping. 35 to $40, guys. That's the same price as the similar devices. The juice is way cheaper for it, so you're gonna get a bigger bang for your buck. If you drop this thing, it's not gonna break like your regular vape, I would say. If there were to be something that would break, it would be this pod. But you're gonna have to replace these every once in a while anyway. The coils are gonna go bad on them. I don't know how long they're gonna last. I would say definitely probably like 10, 15 tank refills. So you're gonna have to get a new pod, a new tank top thing every once in a while. A little tiny finicky con that I have about this tank pod thing. Once they're two separate juice wells, so you have to fill each side, and then each side goes to the same piece of cotton that connects in the middle. Sometimes one pod side drains a little bit faster than the other, and then you gotta put some more juice in there, And then, you know, it's just kind of a pain in the ass. It could be solved easily if they just made it connect, you know, and then you wouldn't have to worry about it. You know, if you drop this thing, man, it's so solid. It feels so good in the hand. This is not a button. A lot of people think this is a button. It does not. It's just the logo. The cloud production, you know, it's not like a vape, you know. It's smaller. It's smaller than your mod type stuff, but it's also really strong next, so you wouldn't want a huge cloud anyway. You can definitely do tricks with it. If you're trying to do, you know, O's, you can definitely do that with this. So I would say if you're watching this video and you're trying to decide, you know, should I get a Juul, a Fix, a high nicotine device, or should I just switch from a vape in general? I would say vapes are dying down. Not as many people are using them anymore because, one, you know, you got your nicotine. You know, you're usually vaping like 369 vape on Nick vape on like a vape, but like it doesn't buzz you that quick. You gotta take a bunch of rips, and you gotta have this huge cloud like flying out of you, and like everyone notices, and like you're that vapor guy. But this, you know, it buzzes you instantly. So I would say if you're looking and you're looking into something like this, I would say definitely get one of these. I've had a Fix, you know, I've had a Juul. I would say I prefer this over those devices. So definitely give this guy definitely give this a try, guys.